welcome to another junk journal with me. We're starting off with another amazing happy mail. This is from Desiréé from South Africa, and she has a web shop. So everything that you can see here, I'm guessing, can buy in her web shop, which of course I will link in the description box along with her Instagram. And so I'm just going to show you these items one by one, and I apologize for not unpacking them, and there might be a little bit of glare with the packaging, but it would have taken just way too long to unpack everything on camera. So yeah. If you want to skip this part and go right ahead to my new journal, you can just go ahead to 5 minutes 22. That's where I will start with my new journal. Otherwise, please continue watching and see you with the journal.
Baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love. Be one of the things I love. I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby. I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top.
Okay, this is my new journal for May. I don't know if it will work for all of May because it's a lot thinner. So I've made this from a vintage book for girls crafts and like also embroidery and knitting and things like this, sewing, all these things. And orange is a color I usually would not choose, but somehow I just liked the look of this vintage book. So I reinforced the spine and I made 3 signatures with 5 pages folded in half each. So a total of only 15 pages, each folded in half. So yeah, really not a lot of pages, and we'll see how that goes. Another try of preventing a gator mouth, but we'll see how that works. Yeah, so starting off, I wanted to use this beautiful little booklet or folder that she made, and I wanted to incorporate that in my journal, but it was a bit bulky, so I just took two of the bulky bits out, and I'm trying to come up with a way that I can attach it to the journal without having to lose a lot of the pages, meaning I had to glue it down somewhere, so I would definitely lose a page, and I was trying to come up with a way to lose the least. So I decided to sacrifice this cute Paris page and to glue it on 2 sides to make a tuck spot out of it. So I'm just gluing that around. And now I can flip that out. I really like that. Who doesn't like flip outs, huh? And now I'm taking this envelope that was actually in there, and I'm going to tuck that into that now new tuck spot. And there's a tag in there as well that I actually forgot to show before. And now I wanted to find a tag or something to put in that empty slot. So these are some of her things. I have unpackaged her things and selected a few things that I thought I might work with for today's episode. So I have a smaller selection now, and I'm gonna use this as a tag. And as it's already very beautiful, all I have to do is ink it up. And the backside is empty, so I can journal on that later. Now I also wanted to put something to actually glue on the inside of that flap, because this actually isn't a tuck spot, and I still wanted it to flip out, so I didn't want to glue it shut. So I'm taking some of her thinner tags, and I'm gonna put this one on the left side. It's so easy to make beautiful pages when you have beautiful ephemera like this. And of course, my favorite of everything I'm getting in my Happy Mails are the handmade things, because, you know, someone put all their heart and love into it, and that means a lot. And I love having those things in my journal. I mean, I love making my own things too, obviously, but these are very special when I get things like this. Okay, so that booklet I think is complete. But here I just had to reinforce the glue on the bottom because that wasn't sticking well enough. And then I wanted to use one of her 2 cute little safety pins. So of course I needed something to pin it on. So I'm looking for a page that isn't as wide as the others. And I was planning to find a piece of fabric where I could just pin this onto. So I go to my fabric drawer. Formerly this was a wooden bowl, you might know from my previous videos, but I have been rearranging pretty much all of my craft supplies, and I started off like 2 days ago at 10 p.m. thinking, oh, I'll just take a couple of hours and rearrange some things. Well, 24 hours later, okay, I did sleep in between, but basically the whole next day I was resorting my things. And but I'm so happy I did, because I haven't done that in about 2 years. And of course things change, and your tastes change, so I have decluttered some things, and I have rearrange some things to make some things easier to reach, to get some things off my dining table, because I don't actually have a craft room, so I'm doing this in my dining room. So I'm happy to finally have cleared some of that off. Going back to the video now, I realized that as beautiful as this safety pin was, with all the beads on it, I actually didn't have any space on the needle to pin it. So I just took a few of those beads out, but I left this beautiful dragonfly charm in. And now I had enough needle left to poke it through this fabric tab. And I really love it. It's very cute where it is. And I love the look of that. It's a cute idea. So next, I also wanted to include this other booklet she has. And I'm just gonna glue that whole booklet down, including the ribbon, on my inside back cover. So that way, by gluing it on towards the outside of the book, I still have enough room to open it. So then I have this little, what would you call that, folder thing left, which was in the first booklet I glued in, but since I took it out and it was too bulky, I wanted to add that somewhere else. So I'm going to glue that down as a pocket. Just gonna hold that down a bit with some clamps. And then, you know, she had these cute fashion dolls. They're so sweet. And I'm using one by just gluing it down onto that folder as an embellishment. And I just love the look of that. So I thought I would add this beautiful card that she has embellished, like playing card. And why am I doing that? I don't know. For some reason, I'm leaving that for now, moving on to the other side of the page. And I wanted to use one of her bags. And since I didn't want to just put it on the book page, I'm using this beautiful paper pad. It's called Bohemian. It's by Dovecraft. And I've had my eye on this, I think maybe for 2 years on Amazon. And I was always too stingy to buy it because I think I kind of remember it's quite pricey. And at the last craft fair in March, my lovely friend Angel, they had it there for a reduced price, and she actually bought me one. So that was so sweet, and I love it. The paper is kind of thin. I don't know how many grams right now, but it's thinner than your regular cardstock, and the back side is white. So for this, it's perfect because it doesn't add more bulk than necessary. So I've just measured it, cut it out, and rounded the 2 outer corners because the page I'm putting it on also has rounded corners. And now I just glued on that paper bag, which I will then later put in a tag as well. And then I also decided that I'm going to glue that front part of that folder as well. It's too bad that you can't see the nice paper she has inside, but I thought I'd rather use it as a pocket. So now it's the double pocket, which is really cool. And I'm again going through this Bohemian paper pad to see out of which design I would want to make a bigger tag out of, because that page needed a big tag to kind of not just have the book page showing. So I went with this one, which I thought would work very well with the other one on the left. So it's very cool, of course, when you use multiple pages from one paper pad, they all kind of go together, and that's really nice. So now I'm just measuring the size that the tag needs to be, and I've just cut that out. And since the paper is thin and white on the back, I thought I would cut out another piece the same size with that same pink on the left side, and I would just glue those onto each other with my glue stick. And I'm going to round the corners as well, just to kind of be in sync with the left side. Obviously, I am inking both sides up. Just seeing how that would fit, and it worked very nicely. So now I wanted to add like a saying or quote or something. And the first one I see in my little cigar box is actually this one, which I thought was cute. So I'm just gonna use that. I've just typed these with my computer and printed them out on coffee stained paper. Now I'm just trimming down those sides a little bit because it was bigger than I needed it to be. I'm of course inking it up, and then I'm just gonna glue it onto the what is it called? The tag. And next I wanted to add like a ribbon or something on top. So I am going to make a hole with my I think it's a We Are Memory Keepers punch and eyelet setter, and I'm choosing this cute flower eyelets, and these are from AliExpress. I will link them as well. And I'm gonna use this eyelet setter as well to to set the eyelet. And I will also link that below. I believe Amazon has that. So that's so cute. I love those floral ones. I've had them for quite a while now, actually. And then I wanted to use this purple lace ribbon, which I got locally, so I cannot link that, but I'm sure AliExpress and Amazon have similar laces. Now instead of tying it, I wanted to try something different this time, so I'm just cutting the tops a bit slanted. And now I'm just gonna take some off-white twine and make a bow around that to hold it together. That's also good for preventing unnecessary bulk. So I really like the look of that. It's very cute. And on the back side I have some journaling space, so that's the tag for the back pocket. And I wanted to add this beautiful card she collaged with this feather in the front pocket. So I know there's a lot going on that page, but the left side is more calm, so I thought that was okay. So I wanted a tag to put in the inside, and I'm using one of her beautiful journaling cards, and I love these colors together with the colors of the rest of the page. So after inking that up, since the tag would have kind of disappeared in the bag, it would have been hard to get out, I wanted to add some kind of tab on the top, and I thought, why not use one of her cute little embellishments. And I'm just inking that up, and I'm just gonna glue that onto the top so I can pull it out better. Just inking that top part because you can see it from the back, and gluing it on with my glue stick. Okay, and on the back, I'm just writing a little message. Oh yeah, this is the pen that she also had in her Happy Mail. It's very, very sweet, and it has a gray instead of a black, which is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And I'm just putting down, thank you so much, Desiréé, and her Instagram name, but I'll put it in the description box as well. Yeah, so I'm sticking that in there, and that concludes today's episode. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you were inspired for your own journals, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.